Let's talk about it. Told y'all what's good, y'all. Hit the subscription, hit the like. We're gonna talk for a minute. Send the notifications out. New Jolly Ranchers. Hit the likes as y'all come in. What up, what up, what up? Let's talk about it. They sending notifications out crazy late. What up, y'all? Where y'all tapping in from tonight? Let's talk. My man TIP told Ray Daniels stay out of Atlanta business. We're gonna talk about this one. I knew this was gonna happen. What up, y'all? Peace. Muhammad, what's going on? Peace. Lord probably jump in a few minutes. We're going to let about 30, 40 people get in before we start chopping it up. But if y'all can read the caption, T.I. tells Ray Daniels to stay out of Atlanta business. We're going to talk about it. So I knew this was going to happen. On my way there. Yeah. What up, y'all? We in here. We're going to talk about this Ray Daniels T.I. thing. So T.I. made us. So Ray Daniels, the culture referee, he made a statement about T.I. chases hit records on his podcast. So T.I. had an interview with the Breakfast Club, and they asked him about the statement, and T.I. response was, "I told Ray Daniels to stay out of Atlanta business," and like I always expected, like Ray Daniels, he say a lot of clickbaity things, to get the attention to stay in the algorithm. But I knew once he rubbed somebody from Atlanta the wrong way, they was gonna remind him he's not from there. I've been saying this. Ray Daniels, you are a New York nigga that moved to Atlanta, and that's exactly how they look at you. You are a nigga that didn't grow there, you flew there. And that's what T.I. was basically telling you. I grew here, you flew here. They do not look at you or accept you as an Atlanta nigga. It don't matter if you've been there for 30 years. And he doesn't look at you. He called you a plant, and he's basically telling you that you're not a pillar from the city of Atlanta. Sometimes he say shit to say shit. Yeah, he do. But Ti definitely had to remind him that you just a New York nigga that been here too long. Ti told him, I don't care how long you be here, stay out of Atlanta business. He don't look at you as a pillar. He called them a plant. And if you've been to some place, like this is just me. I don't give a fuck where I move at. I'm always be a New Yorker. A person asks me, be like, where you from? I'm from New York, but I reside here. I'm never gonna say I'm from there. I'm from New York. I reside this place or that place or whatever. That's all they look at Ray Daniels as a person that resides in Atlanta. They don't look at you as a part of the culture. They don't look at you as a pillar. They look at you as a New Yorker that's opinionated, that moved to Atlanta, that don't have no jurisdiction and a say so in Atlanta's culture. Do I agree with that? No, because he's been there since he was 12 years old. But like I was saying before, Ray, he takes a lot of jips and jabs at New York and this, that, and the third. But you're a New York nigga. It's nothing about you that resembles a Atlanta nigga. You don't talk like a Atlanta nigga. You don't dress like a Atlanta nigga. You don't act like a Atlanta nigga. You just a nigga that moved there and and got basically paved your way. But they'll never accept you as a pillar of Atlanta. They are very like people from Atlanta, Georgia are very territorial, meaning the only way they're accepting you is being from Atlanta. You had to be born in Grady Hospital. If you wasn't born in Grady Hospital or nothing like that, or went to, they don't look at you as no fucking person from Atlanta. They just look at you as a resident there. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what Ti was telling Ray Daniels. He said he's a liar and a fraud. Ti, daddy from Harlem, he definitely picked up his multiples. Yeah, that's a fact. I know. I know. I've met T. I think I've met Tip father years ago, and I know I met Tip's little brother because he used to go to the same barbershop that I went to called Harlem Berry. Shout out to my guy that passed away. I used to cut my hair, but yeah, he has ties to New York City. Ti also have a sister that lives in New York, so he definitely has Harlem ties. But one thing for sure, two things for certain. I always tell niggas that move to Atlanta. First, they stay down there 5, 10 years. People ask you where you from. They be like, I'm from Atlanta. Nah, you're not from Atlanta. You're from New York and you reside in Atlanta. That's one thing I always knew. Rep where you from. Rep, I don't give a fuck how long you lived there. You're not from there. That shit don't matter, bro. Fuck them. That's a big word. But yeah, they don't look at Ray Daniels as a they look at him as a they don't look at him as an Atlanta nigga. And that's because, like I said, New York niggas is known to go to the South and dominate. Meaning, you would never hear of a guy from Atlanta coming to New York really doing anything, but you will hear of a New York nigga going to Atlanta, getting busy, whether he's hustling, music, producing, A&R. We New York niggas know how to go places and make that place their home. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of our specialties of being growing up in the five boroughs. You know what I'm saying? You never heard of an Atlanta nigga coming to New York doing anything. You know what I'm saying? But you have heard of New York, and I can tell you right now, it's pillars in Atlanta City, in Atlanta, that's from New York City. Kirk Frost, uh, Mr. Ruggs, rest in peace, Chubby Baby. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different elements of New York niggas that went to Atlanta and reign supreme. Free Puff the Mayor. He's one of them too. He was the of the new breed. You know what I'm saying? If you a New York nigga and you know and you know the powers of being a New York nigga, you can go to anywhere and eat. New York niggas go everywhere around the world and eat. It's not a state in America that don't got a real New York nigga in it. Getting busy, getting to the thing. It ain't no pause on that. Y'all don't know what even know what the pause. New York is too congested. That's why. Yeah, that's a fact. That guy from Belly eating pockets from New York, but he West Coast came to. No, he claimed the West Coast. The coast has never claimed Pac. And when they do, it's only certain, you know what I'm saying? Even that was funny, you know what I'm saying? And that's why things turned out the way it was, because you don't matter where you from is or where you at, they will always remind you of where you from. And you know what I'm saying? It was nothing about Pac West Coast. His flow, the style of dressing, his cadence, it was nothing West Coast about Pac. He embraced it because that's who the niggas that got him out of jail. If it was niggas that stepped up to the plate in New York City that would have did that same thing for Pac that Suge did for him, he would have been claiming East Coast to the day he died, and that's a known fact. Pac claimed whatever was loyal to him. But yeah, yo, Ray, let me give you a little advice. Rep where you from, man. I don't care how long you lived in Atlanta. You're not an Atlanta nigga. I don't care if you lived on Old National or nothing. Your birth certificate say New York City. You are a New York nigga, and know that. And there's nothing wrong with embracing where you from. But as soon as you start, you know, denying and dethroning where you from, you gonna see the where you what you claim and will it claim you. Atlanta's not claiming you. And I was reading some comments on that post that Ti response to on the Breakfast Club, and they was like, we don't look at Ray Daniels as a New York nigga. They kind of look at him as a culture vulture, cocky, and Atlanta niggas. He got a New York cockiness. Atlanta niggas don't talk like how Ray Daniels talk. New York, Ray Daniels talk from a perspective of a New York dude. Like, how do you feel about Cam? I don't feel it. Cam and Mace always been by reconciling. They always been friends. I'm pretty sure they wanted to reconcile that shit for years. It's just that it's a thing called pride that gets in the way. It's a thing called pride that it gets in the way of a lot of money. Remember a time where you would never see Jim with Fab, where you would never see Jim with Mano, where you probably would never see Jim with Davies. I remember when it was times where it'd be Street Fam over there in the club, it'd be Hustle Hard over there in the club, it'd be Dipset over there in the club, it'd be whoever else over there in the club. Niggas be eye screwing and grilling, fucking up the money in New York. There's no unity. Everybody making diss records, sneak this and this, that, and the third. And that messed up the energy in New York. And I'll be sitting and thinking, yo, what if niggas was cool from the beginning, or at least called you to where we could work together, how big New York would be. And now that, like a few years back, like mid 2000s, it was real territorial in New York. You know what I'm saying? And it fucked up a lot of camaraderie and a lot of money. But I'm glad to see them brothers is able to do something like wrap it up and you know, build a brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? That's the dope thing. That's what I appreciate about hip hop culture. Wisconsin, what's going on? Pac from Baltimore. No, Pac was born in Harlem. Pac was born in Harlem. He moved to his mom's moved him all those places, Baltimore, Rand City, Oakland, these different places. Pac was really an orphan, like when his moms went to prison. You still cool with Lupe? I haven't spoken to Lupe in years. Well over 20 years I haven't spoken to Lupe. Lupe thought I did some backdoor shit with the diplomat shit. Cause when I moved to Chicago, I was working with First and 15. But before I moved to Chicago, I did the diplomat intro. Like I always tell a story. I never knew that Cam was gonna put that on the album. I found out living in Chicago. Tupac lived all over New York City. But New York niggas, y'all gotta stop claiming these places you're not from just because you moved there. Know that. Niggas don't accept us. Niggas look at us as outsiders. They always will. That's just a nature. That's just nature of how people look at New York niggas. Cam just doing what everybody else is doing. Cam just doing him. But I'm a Ti fan, right? I follow Ti career from the beginning since the joint he first came out with Beanie Man when he was wearing a Cartier glasses. The I'm serious tape, right? Ti always been fire, and his track record shows that he's always had the ability to make a hit. And if you make one hit, you're lucky. You make two hits, you're a genius. You're a genius. You make three hits, you're something different. You know what I'm saying? Ti got more than three hits. He got a string of platinum hits, movies under his belt. Ti has never to came across to me as a person that was chasing a trend or a sound or nothing like that, because he's always, he's the originator of the trap music. He's always had his own authentic style, and he had super leverage being an artist that was from Atlanta that can actually spit with the likes of a Cameron or a New York nigga. You know what I'm saying? His his penmanship is more a cadence of a New York up north nigga than a South nigga. He spit like a New York South nigga with a Atlanta accent. That's how I always took Ti, and the reason because of that, because Ti spent summers in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? So if you in tune with the rap, you're gonna something's gonna rub off on you to where you can turn it into your own. And I don't think no other place is like Harlem. You know what I'm saying? As far as having a background, like if you got roots in Harlem, you connected to some dope shit. And not saying if you're not from the Bronx or Brooklyn, you're not connected, because there's deep rooted shit in Brooklyn, in the Bronx, Long Island, Staten Island as well. But What's up with A Mafia? I haven't spoken to A Mafia in a minute. How can we? mm, What you think of future of hip hop direction is going? Yo, it's hard to say. You know why? Because the music is not exciting no more. It ain't. It ain't. We ain't have a star in a long time. Somebody got to come disrupt the game. Somebody got to come. We need a. We need something new. We need something new. We need something brand new, like when DMX came in, or when Nas, or when Biggie, or Future, or we need somebody that's. We need the new. Like the last disruption we got was like Young Thug or something like that. We need a cult following figure. We don't got no more cult following figures. That's why the game is dying. Once the game start looking like anybody and everybody can be a rapper, that's when the quality of rap, that's when the quality of the business, that's when everything falls to the waist. You know what I'm saying? It's fucked up. I think I think the days of the superstar hip hop is over. Me too. I agree. The drill stuff brought the Bible. What up? What up? Yeah, I think that the big star is over. I don't think we're gonna see another Nicki, another Drake. The camaraderie of the music is dying. There's really no individuality. Everybody look the same. Everybody sound the same. Everybody dress the same. Everybody mess with the same females. The rap game is one big repeat. I probably blame the South. To be honest, why you blame the South? I'm from Cleveland. I stayed in New York for a while. I be repping New York for the fullest to the fullest, and I don't respect when I'm in the towns and they call me country. It it's because it's just like this. It's just like how New York is the same way as just how Atlanta is. It's just like it's only certain neighborhoods or certain status of people that's gonna accept you and really like, yo, this is his home too. Like, if you a guy, like if you like you're a Harlem nigga, if you moved here when you was 5 and you still here at 40, you're a Harlem nigga. Now, if you was a nigga that moved to New York at 30 and you 35, you still wherever you from. You get what I'm saying? Just like a real Atlanta nigga gonna tell a nigga from Clayton County he's not from Atlanta. They take that shit serious. Why you think the girl and it kind of slowed her momentum down after she dropped the record. I think her name was Amaretta. She made the record. That's not Atlanta. That's not Atlanta. When she was naming all the outskirts and the towns, Gwinnett, Clayton County, and was like, "That's not Atlanta." That kind of made that kind of was a bad move for her because they pushed her out. Because Atlanta, no matter, is a it's a melting pot of niggas that rep Atlanta. That's on the outskirts, North Side, Gwinnett County, Spring. There's so many different parts of Georgia, right? But they know Atlanta is the base, and they gonna rep that. They rooting for the Braves, whatever team, the uh, uh the Falcons. They repping their colors, right? But once she made that rep that song, it kind of was a disruption in a bad way because she was trying to divide the city, and that song divided the city, and you ain't really hear nothing else from Amaretta since. Like she could have really like the song had messed up the algorithm and went viral, but it kind of made her put her in a bad space for as being a pivotal artist coming from Atlanta by doing that separation by telling people they not from Atlanta because they from the outskirts. My birthday was cool. Yeah, I did go check. All you have to do is Google Tom gifts and Uncasa. I got a few things with gifts. But that's the thing. Like, I moved to Chicago, right? I stayed out there for 2 years. That don't make me a Chicago nigga. Niggas would look at me crazy if I would try to start rapping what they rapping, something that they've been rapping since they came out the womb. I'm a New Yorker to the day I die. Simple, plain, and period. Who your favorite rappers from the South? T.I., Ludacris, Jeezy, Scarface, UGK, um, Juvenile, Young Buck, Wacko. I love South music. All the No Limit. But yeah, but yes, I'm telling you, that song with Amaretto, that kind of was a division of the city in a bad way for her. And she probably got blackballed for that record. I remember, I think Lotto had jumped on a remix of song. Was Nas on point when he said hip hop is dead, too tired to sleep? In a certain perspective, if you look at it, yeah, because this is like it's no momentum. Like once you take something physical and make it digital, it takes away the connection. Like, I remember when I was coming up and you bought a CD, you damn near slept with that CD in your bed. You write everything about who produced on it, who wrote on it, who did the photography, what studio they recorded it in. It was a part of the culture, like having tangible goods. You get what I'm saying? Now you just press a button and you listen. There's no connection. It's a disconnection between the fan, the consumer of the music. It's a disconnection because there's nothing physical there. And it's just like you play it, you listen to it. If you like it, you maybe play it or make a playlist of it, but there's no connection there. When you had that vinyl or you had that cassette or you had that CD, you cherished it. If it would get scratched or would pop, you would try to repair it, put alcohol on it, clean it, or you would just have to run out and buy it. That was the connection. That was what made the music special. Now they took the soul away. They took the culture away from it. There's no connection to from artist to fan anymore. Cool G Rap. Source Money don't have a catalog like Cool G Rap. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The CD cover, the slips inside, them in stores actually going to see your artist. You might get your CD signed. They took all that. You can't sign no stream. Yeah, man. I listen to all. I listen to high frequency music, shit that's gonna uplift me and make me feel good. Nowadays, everything is on a downbeat, it's disconnecting to the soul. It's disconnecting. So I try to listen to stuff that's gonna keep me motivated. I want to see y'all, show y'all something that I'm working on for the Yankee Stadium Jay-Z concert. Babe Ruth, Reggie Jackson, Mickey Mantle, and Jay-Z for the cover for a T-shirt. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be, you know, got a few renditions of it. I got a few renditions of it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. That's what I've been on. That's what I've been on. Been working. You know, just having fun, just working, man. You know what I'm saying? Get up early, go get the demo of those done. You know what I'm saying? See what people think of those joints. Yeah, it is, man. I ain't gonna lie. AI is putting a lot of people out of business, man. I'm telling you, cause it's just like AI could bring out an image that you actually see in your head. You can just type something in, it'll come up, and you be like, "Oh, this is exactly what I wanted." And it's just like people that actually do this for a living, like it's kind of like a gift and a curse. You cutting out the middleman, but you taking money out of people's mouth. When, but this is what's so dangerous about AI. They showing you that the the human being is becoming like not needed. You know what I'm saying? Like certain things, it's like, yo, you don't need somebody to sit there and do uh Photoshop for you no more and concept and pay them $300. You can just sit there on your phone, talk to your phone, and it'll come up with a image for you. It's crazy. Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna get busy with those. But yeah, man, Ray Daniels got a friendly a friendly reminder of where he's from. I would love to see an interview with Ti on Ray Daniels. You saw Jay-Z braids? Yeah, I seen his braids. Mhm. Get busy. Just get busy. Word. That's all I do. I just sit in the crib and just create new merch. You know what I'm saying? Write new bars. It's gonna get busy. Y'all think Ti spoke out of turn when he said Ray Daniels was a plant, an implant, that he should stay out of Atlanta business, or do you think he has enough? He did enough in the game for the culture of Atlanta to, you know, speak his speak his opinion. But it be this, right? This is how I be saying how people be picking and choosing about things they want to do. They'll pick and choose about things that they'll nitpick at. Like he can say anything about any artist. As soon as he starts talking about Atlanta artist flaws and stuff like that, niggas get bent out of shape. Everybody that have podcasts has an opinion, and not saying you got to respect everybody's opinion, but everybody has an opinion, and you got to respect it to a certain extent because you will want the same outcome from if you had an opinion. You don't have to agree, but you can respect it. But yeah, it's crazy, man. I'm a diehard New Yorker. No matter what, wherever I move, I can move to Jupiter, Mars, Brooklyn, Queens, Atlanta, Miami. I'm always rep New York. Niggas ask me where I'm from. I'm from New York, but I reside here. You know what I'm saying? It's always gonna be that. When I first met Nipsey, he didn't even say he was from South Central California. He said he was from the '60s, and I knew right there what type of indoctrination he came up in, being from the hood, and he's from Mauritius. He's they from South Africa. You know what I'm saying? And once he moved to California and got indoctrinated into that lifestyle, he's definitely he died on that turf in Cali. He repped that rolling '60s till he couldn't until his dying day. You know what I'm saying? It's really those guys out there is really territorial when it comes to what they claim and where they from. You know what I'm saying? I seen that when I moved to California. Like it's just like any place you move in America. You know what I'm saying? If you're a New Yorker, you proud to rock that Yankee or that Giants or that Jets or that Mets hat. You from St. Louis, you happy to rock a Cardinals. You from LA, you happy to rock a Dodgers. It's just like when you so when you love where you from, you you don't think about no other place in America that's better than where you from. You know what I'm saying? You might go to certain places that you feel like might be a little more entertaining where you from, as far as the nightlife and stuff like that. But ain't no place like New York City. Ain't no place like New York City. This is the most convenient place in America. You can wake up at 4 in the morning. You can go get you something, a real meal, not just a sandwich. You can go get you a real meal from a Jamaican, a 24-hour Jamaican restaurant. You can go get you some bud. You can go get you virtually anything that your mind acquires as far as being convenient, because that's New York never sleeps. You go to other places, everything shut down after a certain time. If you ain't got it in your crib by the time, it's over. Ain't no going pulling up to this corner store and all that. And and they made places like New York, like that's convenient like that, like Atlanta, like you got the Waffle House, you got the strip clubs that stay open to 6, 7 in the morning that serve food. You got places like that. But for the most part, you go to other states, they ain't got that shit. West Coast to best coast. You see? West Coast is definitely beautiful. I love the West Coast. The weather, the women, the weed. Weather, women in the weed, sticky green. I love the West Coast. The West Coast is beautiful. But after 7 o'clock, New York, I'm in Los Angeles. Yo, it's dangerous being out there. There don't really be nothing. The streets be like, there don't really be nothing to do out there in LA. Like, if you ain't got nothing that you gonna have to occupy your time, you can get caught up in Cali, just riding around and all that. That's when the jackets be coming out late night, 12 o'clock. It ain't nothing to do in LA. You know what I'm saying? Besides, they got certain spots where you can go to. For the most part, it ain't like New York where you come outside and niggas is playing the block. Nah, ain't no niggas playing no blocks in LA at that time. You know what I'm saying? The niggas might be in their neighborhoods in a cut somewhere, but niggas ain't standing around like New Yorkers. Like you come out in New York, you might see 50 niggas in front of a building. You go to Cali, you see that shit. You might see niggas riding around, prowling, looking for whatever they trying to get into. But for the most part, ain't no place like New York. Especially in the summertime, New York is like you don't you don't sleep in the summertime. Like some blocks be live all day through. Like you can go to certain neighborhoods in New York City at 4, 5 in the morning, 3, 2, 1, whatever wee hours in the morning, and it'd be live just like it was 5, 6 in the afternoon. I'm dead serious. In the evening, you can go to certain in the summertime. You can go, especially Dykeman. That should be lit until 5, 6 in the morning. Barbershops be open to 4 in the morning up there in Dykeman in the Heights. You can go get your haircut at 4 in the morning. Dead serious. And a good meal. And go right across the street and go to the club. It's crazy in New York City. Juneteenth was lit. Yeah, Juneteenth was lit in New York. That's a lot. Come through Englewood. Oh nah, I ain't saying that y'all got places, but I'm just talking about for the main. Like when you driving through the strips, you don't really be seeing niggas like that in Cali. Like you can go to a nigga block, yeah, it do be lit. Not saying that, but like in New York, like you ride straight down 8th Avenue through Harlem or Gate, like or something like a main, just say Main Street in any borough, and you just see a gang of people like I was driving through Park Slope. Like I went to the Juneteenth festival in Brooklyn and I went to it in Harlem. It was over 30,000 people at Riverbank, right? Now, we is coming through Park Slope the other day driving. And I'm realizing I'm like, yo, I don't see no garbage. Ain't nobody standing outside. Ain't nobody walking around. It's just like people, it's nothing but brownstones. You know what I'm saying? You might have seen 1 or 2 people sitting on their stairs talking for a few minutes, but for the most part, We was riding through the neighborhood looking for parking. You did not see no people walking around and just outside loitering and none of that. Every neighborhood not the same. And then like you be in Park Slope and then you go 10 blocks down and you be right in the middle of the hood in the projects and Gowanus and niggas is lit. And you be like, oh damn, we was just driving through Park Slope. It wasn't nobody outside. You go over there by the project, it's 1,000 people outside. It's just different. It's just different energies and different atmospheres as you prowl through the city. You know what I'm saying? But Harlem is a place where don't let it be something going on or beautiful or one of the weekends like right now, 4th of July coming up. You know, that's when you got the barbecues. You know what I'm saying? You got people throwing their little functions, and the streets be mainly just just live and loud all through the morning till about 6, 7 in the morning. You gonna hear fireworks, and I mean big fireworks, M80s, all type of Roman candles. You gonna hear that for hours. You know what I'm saying? So and you can't sleep. So you might as well sit your ass outside, get you a chair, and just post up and just enjoy the summer weather. But for the most part, New York is crazy in the summertime. People don't sleep here. Yeah, Brooklyn was lit. Brooklyn be Brooklyn was lit like well like Brooklyn has a bigger like um different variations of cultures in that borough. You have Jamaicans, you have Trinidadians, you have Haitians, you have Jamaicans, you have all type of people from the Caribbeans and the West Indies, as well as um, African Americans. So it's very cultural in Brooklyn as well as Harlem. Brooklyn is bigger than Manhattan, so is Queens. So it's just like when you go to Manhattan, like Harlem is not a borough. Harlem is a section, which a small proximity of the city that stretch for about 50 blocks east or west. You know what I'm saying? A few avenues to the west, avenues to the east. 155th, 110th, that's Harlem. Once you get past 155th and Broadway, up the hill, you going to Washington Heights. You know what I'm saying? So every piece from east to west, north from east to west, from 155th to 110th, that's Harlem. Harlem, and then you got El Barrio, that's East Harlem. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, Harlem is a small ass section, and you would think we was a whole borough. We just a small section, 50 blocks of people. Yeah, the whole New York was lit on Juneteenth. I ain't gonna lie, there was a lot of things going on. It was beautiful. Riverbank. I ain't gonna lie. As far as women, it was like 18 to 1. Guaranteed. It was 18-1 to 1. Women overpopulated the men. Beautiful women. I ain't talking about no scallywags. I'm talking about beautiful women. All ethnicities of women from around the country. Beautiful. 30,000 people. I put it on my Instagram the other day. The last song they played was the "You Make Me Happy" remix by Beyonce. Everybody in the parks. Do you ever seen 30, 40,000 people do the electric slide together? That shit looked beautiful. All black, all ethnicities of people, not only just black folks. Yeah, it was just beautiful. It was just a beautiful affair. You know what I'm saying? They are people really got our freedom and stuff like that. So it was a beautiful affair. And you know what I'm saying? We had a good time. It was my god birthday the day after that. My birthday was the day before that, so it was just like it was a good weekend. Like birthdays ain't the same. Like people don't. I want to tell people this too when their birthday come around. The most important thing about your birthday is that you made to see another one. Don't get all worked up and bent out of shape when plans for your birthday don't go as planned. I see a lot of people lose their mind when when they're expecting so much out of their birthday. If they don't get gifts, if people don't call them, if they don't go on vacation, if they don't do this, they feel they like it's the end of the world. The true gift of a birthday is that you live to see another one. And when you understand that, as you get older, every birthday is not going to be lit. You might have a birthday to where nobody might not call you. You might not get a post. You might not get nothing. You know what I'm saying? But that's your day for you to celebrate yourself and your accomplishments. Made it through another year. What I did this year, I made it a new year to make this new year of life better than the last year that I did. You know what I'm saying? That's what life is about. We all gonna get old. We get old. We get older by the day. Every day we aging. So once you start to understand the key of life is to appreciate the time that is giving you, that's the true gift in life. Living to see another birthday. Don't trip if you ain't go to the Bahamas or go to Paris or get that rollie or got a new car. Somebody buy your bag with some shoes and nothing. Thank Allah that you was able to see another year around the solar system and be blessed. You know what I'm saying? Stop looking, stop looking for so much out of a so-called holiday or your birthday. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some people that birthday come around every year and we don't celebrate them because they not here no more. What about the people that was once living and their birthday come up and they don't even get mentioned or post or visited or flowers put on their grave or something? So just know your birthday is important to you. You know what I'm saying? So if you on that type of tip to where you gotta do extravaganzas for your birthday, make sure at the end of the day you celebrate your day the way you need to be, the way you feel like you should fulfill it. Because nobody owe you nothing when it comes to your day but yourself. That's just a little joke. You know what I'm saying? Because I see a lot of people, they be losing their minds. Me, I was just happy to be here. Got fly, got some food, chill with my guys. Think Allah to see another one. And, you know, inshallah, I'll be here next year to see another one. And inshallah, to see another one. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of life. Yeah, I be seeing people lose their mind also. That's crazy. Yeah, people, because, like, people watch what this will mess with the people's mind, right? You'll watch how somebody else celebrating their birthday through social media, and it might look like the most perfect day, like perfect outfit, perfect gift, perfect, just perfect. They on a yacht, they sipping champagne, this, and then your birthday will come around. You might not even can afford an outfit, or you might not can even afford to go to that favorite restaurant. That's why I say you gotta just be appreciative that you breathing life and is able to live another day to get on your grind. Cause you know what I'm saying. Like I said, every it's a lot of shit. I remember watching some video on Prince says he doesn't even celebrate his birthdays. That's why he looks so youthful. He said when you're stressing about a birthday and you know what I'm saying, you start that starts to put a weight on your mind because you start to be like, damn, yeah, like I'm getting older. Yeah, we're going to get older. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get older. Some people are afraid to age, but people want to live a long time. So what comes with living a long time? Age. That's what happens. If you want to live a long time, knowing that you're going to get old, you're going to age. Simple and plain. If you want to live, keep your body healthy to where if you're 70 and you're looking like you're 40, you know what I'm saying? Gotta take care of yourself. Go get them checkups, some annual checkups, stuff like that. But for the most part, if you want to live life, know that you're going to get old. That's what comes with life. Now you can die. You can die very young if you know what I'm saying. If that's what you choose to, like you can die. But if you're a person that know the most beautiful thing in life is life, and the ones that you share with, you're appreciated more. Said it's low, volume low. Yo, it's been an hour, so I'm about to clock out. You know what I'm saying? We just want to talk. Like, yo, Ray Daniels, man, friendly remind you, man, you just a New York nigga that reside in Atlanta. And know that, man, there's nothing wrong with repping your roots. Because as soon as you start getting disconnected from your roots, somebody going to remind you where you from. 100, I'm out.